You can't rebuild a life you refuse to look at. A lot of people are trying to change their future while pretending they're okay in the present. They say, I just need more discipline or more motivation. But sometimes discipline isn't the problem. Sometimes the real problem is that you haven't stopped long enough to tell the truth about where you are emotionally, mentally, physically, and even spiritually. And you can't rebuild from that pretend. You can only rebuild from truth, not the polished truth, the not the I'm fine truth, because most of us aren't the real truth. And this is where so many people over 40 get stuck. They've carried so much for so long that survival starts to feel normal. Being tired feels normal. Being needed all the time feels normal. Being responsible for everyone else feels normal. And even feeling disconnected from yourself feels normal. And then one day you wake up and think, how did I get here? How did my life become this? And often, who even am I? You don't even know yourself. And that question feels scary. And it can also be the beginning of rebuilding. Because when you finally ask, where am I? You can start choosing where you want to go. So today I want to give you a simple way to look at where you are right now, and not to shame yourself and not to overwhelm yourself, and for sure not to fix everything, just to notice, because noticing is very powerful. You can't change what you keep excusing. You can't heal what you keep hiding, and you can't rebuild what you keep pretending is fine. A lot of people aren't unclear because they don't care. They're unclear because they've spent years doing what needed to be done without asking what actually matters now. They're unclear because they spent years becoming who they had to be. You had to be strong, the responsible one. Maybe you were the fixer or the quiet one or the peacekeeper, the one who carries everything. And those roles may have been necessary at the time. They may even have helped you survive, but they may not be the identity that can lead you into the life you're trying to build now. The second area I want to look at is energy. So ask yourself, what is draining me? What is restoring me? What am I carrying that isn't fully mine to carry? What if you don't have a discipline problem? What if you have an energy problem? You may be trying to build a new life with a tired body, an overloaded mind, and a heart that has not had room to breathe. You're not a machine. You can't keep pouring out without noticing what's empty and where you're being drained. Rebuilding starts when you stop shaming yourself and start asking, what is draining me and what needs to change? The third area is courage. Where am I backing down? What conversation am I avoiding? What decision have I been delaying? Where am I saying yes when the honest answer is absolute no? Courage isn't being fearless. Courage is telling the truth and taking the next honest step. Sometimes courage isn't dramatic. Sometimes courage is a simple sentence like, I can't do that. I need help. That doesn't work for me. I want something different. I'm not okay with this anymore. Those are courageous sentences when you spend years keeping peace by abandoning yourself. The fourth area is productivity. Am I actually moving forward, or am I just busy? What needs my best focus right now? What am I avoiding by staying distracted? Busy can be a hiding place. A lot of people stay busy because it feels safer than being honest. If you're always reacting to messages, others' needs, problems, and everyone else's expectations, you may never have to sit with the real question: what do I actually want to build? And that question matters because your future needs some of your best focus too. The fifth area is influence. Ask yourself, how am I showing up with the people around me? Do my words and my actions match the person I'm becoming? Where do I need to communicate more clearly? Influence isn't control. It's not forcing people to understand you. It's how you show up. It's what your life teaches. It's whether your presence, choices, and words are aligned with the person you're becoming. Underneath all of this is identity. This is the root because the way you live is often connected to who you believe you are or who you have to be. If you believe you have to be the strong one, you may not ask for help. If you believe you have to be the peacekeeper, you may avoid hard conversations. If you believe you're only valuable when you're useful, you may overgive until you're completely depleted. If you believe your voice doesn't matter, you may stay quiet even when something really needs to be said. And that's why surface change doesn't always last or even rarely. The old belief is still leading, the old identity will keep making choices for you. So this week, don't try to fix your whole life. Just notice, where am I right now? What keeps repeating? What is draining me? What am I avoiding? What role have I been carrying? What belief may be underneath that role? And what is one honest step I can take this week? That is how rebuilding starts. Not with perfection, with truth, honest with yourself, one step at a time. If this helped you, I created a free resource called the 5-Day Identity Rebuild. It will help you start seeing the patterns, beliefs, and identity you've been living from so you can make different choices. You can find the link in the description or in the comments. And if you want to go deeper, join me for the Rebuild Your Identity Masterclass, where we'll walk through why you can't build a new life from an old identity. You don't have to rebuild everything today, but you can start telling the truth today, even if it's to yourself, and that matters.